Enthusiastic, come up to the front and let's do another practice question, shall we? What was the name of the actor who originated the role of Freddy Krueger? No help from the audience, please. The actor, yes. Robert Englund is correct. Join us on stage using the stairs in the back. All right, let's get a nice little straight line here as we meet our contestants. Contestant number one, what is your name? Ginger. All right, now on a scale of 1 to 10, how much information would you say you know about all these films and video games and television shows incorporated in tonight's event? 1 to 10, how much of an expert are you?
Probably 2. 2?
Oh, well, you are doomed. Let's move on to victim number 2. You, sir, how much of an expert would you say you are? Scale of 1 to 10.
Probably like 4 or 5.
4 or 5? All right. Maybe he's being modest. We'll find out. And which is your favorite property of all the properties incorporated in tonight's event?
I haven't gotten any yet. So
None? Well, we have Camp Crystal Lake with Freddy and Jason. We have Arkham Asylum. We have It Knows What Scares You. We have The Exorcist. We have Little Shop of Horrors, The Conjuring. Which one of these is your favorite?
so far, looking forward to Arkham.
Arkham, yes, the clown prince of crime himself. Let's see, we'll put you on the end there, sir, and let's tighten up, form a little straight line. And what is your name?
Anna.
And what is your favorite of everything tonight?
Tasia.
Fantasia, yes, our True Blood themed main bar. Have you tried one of our blood bags yet? Yes, well, you should be going back for seconds soon. And you, what is your name and what is your favorite of all the properties tonight?
Lincoln and probably Camp Crystal Lake.
Camp Crystal Lake, both Freddy and Jason, two of the best horror foes of all time. And finally, you, sir, what is your favorite of everything incorporated tonight?
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring, nobody said that one yet. Well, we're going to start with a property that no one's mentioned yet, one of my very favorites, The Little Shop of Horrors. Now, let's test your expertise. Here's how this is going to work. If you think you know an answer, you're just going to put your hand in the air. I will take this over this, so fully commit. And first person to get to 5 points will be the victor. With your free hand, please keep track of your points. 1 finger for 1 point, 2 fingers for 2 points, and so on. Continuing with these Little Shop of Horrors questions. Question number 1, and this is an expert level question. Can you name the director of the musical version of Little Shop of Horrors, the movie? Let me give you a hint. He is also a voice actor who is known for voicing such characters as Mrs. Piggy and Yoda. What was the name of the director who directed Little Shop of Horrors? Going once, going twice. The answer we were looking for was Frank Oz. Frank Oz, ladies and gentlemen. Some people in the audience were screaming at you. All right. Before it was a musical, it was Little Shop of Horrors was originally a black and white horror film of the same title. Very few well-known actors in that version of the movie, except for one. He had a cameo as a masochistic dentist patient for the first point of the night. What was his name?
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson is correct. That's a point for you. All right, let's move back to the musical, the Technicolor version of this film. What was the name of the main character, and what was the name of the actor who portrayed the main character in Little Shop of Horrors? Here we go. For the second point, you'll be in the lead.
Alan Green.
No. Oh, of the musical version, what was the name of the lead?
He was the Maytag man. I don't know his name.
I don't believe Rick Moranis was the main tag man, and the name of his character was Seymour. That's the answer we were looking for. Seymour, and Rick Moranis was the other answer we were looking for. Here's a much more popular actor that you guys might know. The actor who played the dentist in The Little Shop of Horrors. The comedian. Famous comedian.
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin is correct. That's a point for you. We have a point over here and a point over here. Gentlemen, catch up. The ladies are in the lead. All right, let's continue, shall we? But let's move on from Little Shop of Horrors over to Camp Crystal Lake. The worlds of Freddy and Jason. We're talking Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now let's talk actors. We've already said that Robert Englund is the actor who portrays Freddy Krueger. One of the only, but there are two, because there was a remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. What is the name of the other actor who portrayed Freddy Krueger in the not very well received remake?
Jackie Earle Haley.
Jackie Earle Haley is correct, and that's a point for you. Now, there have been only 2 actors to portray Freddy Krueger, but there have been many actors to portray Jason. I need you to name the actor who portrayed him in the most movies.
Kane Hodder.
Kane Hodder is correct. We have a true horror fan over here. That's 2 points over here. Keep those points up. We got 1 point over there and 1 point over here. These gentlemen need to catch up. But let's see. Let's see where it goes. It's anyone's game from here. Let's continue with some actors from these movies. Now, if you think back to the original Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy Krueger, you'll remember not very many well-known actors except for one, which this film presented. This was one of his first films. Very well-known actor working today, and what was his name from the original Nightmare on Elm Street?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is correct. That's a point for you. 2 points over here, 2 points over here, 1 point over here. Let's continue, shall we? Since you guys seem to be doing very well with this Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th related questions, we'll move on to some tougher questions. Let's move over to the world of The Exorcist. Yes, with the demon child that possesses all of our dreams. Let's begin and see how well you know your directors once again. I need you to name the director of The Exorcist, the first movie.
William Friedkin.
William Friedkin is correct. Excellent job. All right, I'm going to really put you to the test on this next one. Let's see if you know your makeup artists. Can anyone name the makeup artist who did the design for The Exorcist? He really knows it. This is for your 4th point. He has taken the lead.
Dick Smith.
Dick Smith is correct. Excellent job. Just 1 more point, and you're going to be going home. You're going to be going home with this free t-shirt. Let's see. Let me dig for my toughest question since we have some good experts up here. I always love it when I can do a challenge. All right, let's tiptoe on over to Arkham Asylum with the Clown Prince of Crime, the Joker, and see how well you know your Batman knowledge. Now, there have been many different pseudonyms, many different secret identities of Robin. But there's only one who was eventually beat to death with a crowbar by the Clown Prince of Crime himself. Which Robin was that?
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd is correct. That's a point for you. Wow, we have some fans up here. Now let's see here. There have been many actors to portray the Clown Prince of Crime himself, the Joker. But in order to get this point, and this is a tough one, you have to name 7 actors to portray the Joker in either live action or animated. And there's a lot to choose from, so rack your brain. If you think you know it, put your hand up, and we'll get to you. I'll take it down to 6. If you can get 6, this will be for the winning point. 6. Try to do it in chronological order from the earliest to the newest. That kind of helps.
Cesar Romero.
Cesar Romero, ding ding ding, from the Adam West Batman franchise. We're off to a very good start.
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson from the Tim Burton Batman franchise, another wonderful actor.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, who won the Academy Award after he passed away. May he rest in peace.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, who voiced him in many different animated series as well as the Arkham Asylum video game. Now, let's see if you can also name the actor who took over after Mark Hamill gave up voicing the Joker and portrayed him in the later game. No? All right. That's fine. I'll tell you what that name was after you get this. So you have 2 more.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto, that's 5. All you need is 1 more, and this is for the winning point. Just 1 more actor to have portrayed the Joker. I'm not going to give you any hints. You got this. No help from the audience. I know you're screaming in your brain. No help. No pressure, no pressure. You have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. You left out the next actor who's going to be portraying the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix. And the other voice actor that we were talking about was Troy Baker. Alas, you still need 1 more point in order to win. Let's continue, shall we? But let's move on from Arkham Asylum all the way over to The Conjuring. Yes, with the spirits that haunt Ed and Lorraine Warren. Let's see here. Let's go back to directors for a moment. Can anyone name the Australian director who directed The Conjuring and other films such as Insidious, Saw, Death Sentence with Kevin Bacon, and Furious 7 randomly, and Dead Silence as well? What was his name? For the win,
James Wan.
James Wan is correct. This t-shirt goes to you, sir. We have more free t-shirt giveaway contests coming up. More live performances from Benny and Joe coming right up. In the meantime, we got DJ Ricky Ross and myself, your ringleader, MC Tyler.